I want to ask a question about the war on Gaza in January and whether both of you think, from what I observed, we've seen a lot, sort of an increase in the activism from especially members of the American Jewish community, and I've observed sort of a shift to the left when it comes to Palestine and calls for boycott, divest, sanction. You've seen really these voices grow louder. And from journalists like Naomi Klein to Max Blumenthal in his work, do you also see that shift, both of you? And do you feel like part of that is a fear by people in power and people who have a lot of influence on politicians and on policy, that shift is going to continue?
Yeah, I mean, it has to, right? I mean, we cannot be silent in the face of injustice. And I think January in Gaza is, I think that there was a lot being done before that. But I think, for a lot of folks, that was so clear. I mean, I think it's been clear, since, I don't know, 1948. And thank you. And but I think for a lot of people, that was really, that was the last straw. People were like, this cannot happen. The onslaught that was wreaked upon the people of Gaza, on schools and the conditions of, are just too great to ignore. So I think more and more people, because of those 3 weeks, have stood up, and also I think they've heard one another. And I think truthfully that they've been also influenced and energized by people who are not necessarily Jewish, who are courageous like yourself and like others. And you know what I mean? It's like Jews are participants in the world at large, and so they see, well, yeah, people will have our back if we, say something that is contrary to what our family, community, our JCC director or whatever tells us. We'll be emboldened by people who also have our back. Yeah.
I think, and the goal of J Street is to find, I was excited to be part of their conference, even though, we have our disagreements. And I specifically was excited to be part of it because American Jews, and I believe Americans in general, the polls show, do not support the positions of right-wing organizations like AIPAC, like the Zionist Organization of America, like the Weekly Standard, that put out these blogs about us that has a readership smaller than the number of people in this room. But the point is, it's a question of power. And it's a question of who has access to the halls of the White House, who has access to the media, and right now, the right wing in general, and even still with Obama, the right wing lobbies are the ones controlling the debate. And so what we need to do is open the debate. And what we're trying to do is be part of that conversation, and to move people who know what's wrong. What you're seeing is wrong, but you're scared to act out. You're scared to speak up. I know I am, a lot of times. I know I get scared. And so we're just trying to create a little more space. If J Street is being pressured by the right, the reason they canceled our session is because they feel no pressure from the left.